Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Who'd have thought they'd lead you? Back here where we need you. We got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back indeed. It is Monday, May 24th, 2021, AD.
And counting.
On this day in 1957, the U.S. Customs seizes Allen Ginsberg's poem Howl on the grounds of obscenity. Now, upon hearing this, it also becomes the only poem that everyone at this radio station has read.
Hey.
You are listening to That'll Learn Ya with me, Michael Buster McMahon. Shame on you. I am the host, Michael Buster McMahon, and my wife was very angry when she caught me in bed last week with a model. Yeah, because I get glue and little plastic pieces all over the sheets. Joining me is my pal and producer, Peter Cole. Say hello, Peter.
Hello, Peter.
This weekend, he tried to make French toast. It didn't go so well. He got his tongue caught in the toaster.
Ow.
Today on the show, cool songs and great stories about them. Plus, if we have time, we'll discuss the many theories on the identity of hijacker D.B. Cooper. But we probably won't have time for that.
I've watched enough documentaries on that one. I'm good.
So sit back and relax. And remember, if you could take out all your veins and lay them end to end, you'd die.
That's true.
Friends.
There's some awful absolute truths, and that's one of them.
Yes. So don't do that. You expect me to say like they would go to the moon or something. But
no, I like the absolute truth. That needs to be told once in a while.
Yeah, amen. Friends, I I don't feel marvelous. I look marvelous, but I don't feel. My allergy pill ran out of steam about an hour ago.
Yeah, it's brutal right now.
It is horrible.
I mean, I don't normally get allergies, but I was congested and I've been taking them, and I don't normally have to take them, so it's bad. My car, I wash it every other day. It's full of pollen.
Yeah, I know it is crazy.
Hose that sucker down.
You know how people who are regulars of the show know that I don't like my regular job, but it comes with a week on, week off schedule.
Yes.
And tonight is supposed to be start of the week. So usually I'm dreading this day because it's the start of the 7 days in a row. I'm not getting proper dread because I've already worked 4 days in a row.
Yes, but you volunteered for that.
Well, I didn't want to leave my counterpart without a cashier. You know, she's a nice girl, and it stinks not having the cashier. So I volunteered to be here cashier.
So you're saying is the corporate giant of Walgreens cannot find a cashier?
Well, I'm also getting 4 days of overtime.
No,
so,
I understand that, but I mean, just in general, they're suffering the same fate as restaurants and small businesses and things like that.
Well, we're getting a bunch of call-outs, and that's what's killing us. So I'm going to end up working 11 days in a row. And normally I would say, you know what, if I'm working the night before and working the night, I wouldn't do this show. But we're doing a rerun next week because of Memorial Day.
Correct.
So I thought about my the 5 people who listen regularly to the show, and I didn't want them to have reruns 2 days in a row. I wanted them to have a brand new show right here.
Meantime, back at the McMahon household, Karen says,
yes, I'm sure Karen's going to enjoy the check. It's fine. You know what? Look, I direct deposit is a great invention. It's very, very convenient. But there used to be something psychological about every week or 2 weeks or monthly, however you're paid, where the boss would say, "Here you go," and it's in your hands. There was something psychological about, look at this. And I know I can look it up on the computer exactly how much they are giving me, but there was something psychological about. And then I would have to walk the check to the bank myself because it was too little to cross the street by itself.
That was a lot of work there.
It was, but there was something psychological about that. Anyway,
okay.
This isn't what we do. We
sure, this is what we do.
We don't just
part of
blab.
what we do.
We mostly play music. People want to hear music in the morning. They don't want to hear us blab.
Are you sure about that?
So every single week, we always give you a song from a Massachusetts artist, and we're going to start off the show with one. Now, Peter teased this a little bit last week. He asked me if I knew something about the song. I'm like, yeah. The band was stuck for a hook, and so they went to see the movie A Young Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the famous scenes, walk this way, and they thought that was kind of funny, and that's what they said. We'll write a song about that, and of course, it was a gigantic hit. I'm tired, and my allergy. I'm gonna fall asleep halfway through the show.
Okay, I'll just keep playing music.
So they came up with this song. Now, what did you want to add about this song?
So when Aerosmith released their book, Walk This Way, I was working for a company called New England Satellite, and we were contracted to do their book release party. So as part of that, I was doing a site in the North Shore Mall or South Shore Mall in a bookstore. And I'd set satellite dish and screen. They're going to have a big watch party with the Aerosmith fans and everything. And whole big thing, release of the book. And they had signed copies that were ready to go and all that kind of stuff. So I got all my stuff set up, and I'm twiddling my thumbs, right? So in rolls Aerosmith. The book release party was in New York, and it was about 3 hours away. And in rolls Aerosmith. So obviously the store owner a little bit shocked.
Yeah.
Manager looks at me, goes, "Are you the techie guy?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "Well, Steven Tyler wants to make sure this is right because these are his fans, and these are the band's fans, and he wants to make sure they're done right." So up walks Steven Tyler. "Hey, you're the techie guy?" Yep. Explain to me what you're doing." He goes, "I understand it all." So, okay. Walk him through the whole thing, the whole setup, techie and everything. He goes, "Listen," he goes, the book company made us do the premiere, the book opening in New York. We want to do it here in Boston, and they wouldn't let us do it. So, we want to make sure our fans are done right. So I walk him through the whole thing, and he's nodding his head, and the band's rolling their eyeballs. And I look at them, and they're like, "Yeah, he does this all the time. Don't worry about it." So walk him all the way through, and he goes, "Are you buying the book?" I'm like, "Yeah, I plan on buying a copy for myself and for my brother." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, tells the owner, he goes, "Do you have any not machine signed books? The ones that are printed page?" He goes, "Do you have any fresh copies?" And she's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Get 2 of them because we're going to sign them for this guy because he's taking care of our fans."
Nice.
So I have a real signed copy from the entire band of Walk This Way, and I gave one to my brother for Christmas.
Awesome.
Yeah, good book too. I read it.
Yeah, as I say,
They struggled.
to me, there's you can't go wrong with even if it's a bad movie about boxing. Boxing translates well to the screen, and what also translates very well to books is any book about a rock and roller. Grab anyone you see and read it. They will enthrall.
They were
you.
playing high school proms and dances just to make ends meet at the beginning of that band. There's several high schools in the Boston area that can say Aerosmith played my prom.
Yeah, how cool is that?
That's wicked cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, here is the band from Boston, some Bay State rock and roll. Here's Walk This Way, 89.5 WSKB.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Do you like good music? That sweet soul music. Just long as it's screaming. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We out here on the floor, y'all. Are going to a go. Dancing with the music. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Spotlight on Lou Ross, y'all. Oh, don't it look boss, y'all. Singing love to her to thing, y'all. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Spotlight on Sammy Dave, y'all. Oh, don't they look great, y'all. Singing hold on, I'm coming. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Spotlight on Wilson Pickett now. That wicked, wicked. Singing Mustang Sally. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Spotlight on Otis Ready now. Singing bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get it, Otis. Looking good, Spotlight on James Brown, y'all. He the king of them all, y'all. He the king of them all, y'all. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you like good music? That sweet soul music. Just go with it, swing it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got to get the feeling. I got to get the feeling. Do you like good music? That sweet soul music. Help me get the feeling. I won't get the feeling. Otis Redding got the feeling.
Arthur Conley. I was channeling my inner super soul. Did you ever see that movie Vanishing Point?
No.
No. Oh, you gotta see that. It's the ultimate. It's the first real car chase movie. Kowalski.
Okay.
You should see it. Yeah, that was Arthur Conley. Now, Arthur Conley and Otis Redding, they liked the song "Yeah Man" by Sam Cooke, and they said, you know what? Let's kind of like, as in tribute to Sam Cooke, let's kind of rewrite the song, and we'll do it. None of them really actually thought about that. You're not really supposed to do that, even if it's in tribute. You're not supposed to take someone else's work and rewrite it without their permission. So Sam Cooke's business partner, on his behalf, because Sam had passed at that point, sued them. So Sam Cooke got a songwriting credit on that song.
That's how you work it out.
That's how you work it out.
No problem.
But it would have been a lot easier if you did that beforehand.
Sure. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
guess so.
Thank you for the Clarendon. You had a Clarendon in your car.
Like I said, it's been bad this year, so I have one in my work bag in my car, and I have a bottle at home.
Yeah. Yep. Mine.
As you know, the generic is fairly cheap. So.
Yeah, I had the generic. Yeah, I had the generic Clarendon too. And
Yeah.
it on the way over here, I said, "Uh-oh, this is wearing off." 'Cause I had the air conditioner in the car, and the wind was blowing me. I'm like, going, "Uh-oh, got a problem."
Uh-oh.
Anyway, so videos at some point started to get in the 80s a little ridiculous. Everyone was trying to come up with these themes instead of people just, singing the song and everything. And this one was a little silly. Sheena Easton, who we don't mind seeing in video. She was in a haunted house in a cemetery. She was being chased by Dracula and Frankenstein's monster, and King Kong ended up saving her. Now, she never really she never considered a singing career until she saw the movie The Way We Were, the Barbra Streisand version. And the last version of The Way We Were, people say, well, yeah, it's the fourth one. Really, it's the fifth, because the original Star is Born kind of ripped off What Price Hollywood. And so What Price Hollywood really was the first one. So we really have had... That's why I didn't see the last one. People have said, are you going to see it? I'm like,
Why not?
Because I've seen it. I've seen like 3 different. I didn't see the Barbara.
Aren't they a little bit different each time?
Yeah, but I've seen. I know the story so well. I didn't see the Barbara Streisand version, but I saw the What Price Hollywood. I saw the Judy Garland one. I saw the Mitzi Gaynor one. I know the story. I'm good. Of the 3, I like the Judy Garland one. But anyway, so as I said, things started to get a little ridiculous in the videos. But as I said, you can never complain about watching Sheena Easton in a video. Here's a telephone. 9.5 WSKB.
I've been away from you for far too long. Too much absence makes the heart grow frantic. I wanna tell you what's been going on. Operator, get me transatlantic. I sit alone as the night goes by. Stare at the phone and wait for your reply. Long, long distance love affair. Oh, I can't find you anywhere. Oh, I call you on the telephone, but you're never home. I gotta get a message to you. Wanna tell you what I'm going through. What in the world's coming over you? How come you're acting like a total stranger? I try to reach you, but I can't get through. I got this feeling that my heart's in danger. I got your letter, it was perfectly clear. Having a ball and wishing you were here. Long, long distance love affair. Oh, I can't find you anywhere. Oh, I call you on the telephone, but you're never home. I gotta get a message to you. I wanna tell you what I'm going through. Premonition is a funny thing, unfamiliar kind of vague and easy, like knowing when the phone is gonna ring. Too many times and it'll drive you crazy. I hear you echoing along the hall, call out your name, but no one's there at all. Long, long distance love affair. Oh, I can't find you anywhere. Oh, I call you on the telephone, but you're never home. Long, long distance love
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Join us every Thursday morning.
From 6 until at least 7:30,
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show.
right here on WSKB 89.5.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Man, it's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. Well, I hear you whispering the words to melt everyone, but you stay so cool. My Monaquita, my Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa. You're my reason for reason. The step in my groove, yeah. And if you said this life ain't good enough, I'd give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood. Because you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. But I'll tell you one thing. If you would leave, it'd be a crying shame. In every breath and every word, I hear your name calling me out. Well, I'm from the barrio. You hear my rhythm on your radio. You feel the turning of the world, so soft and slow, turning you round and round. And if you said this life ain't good enough, I'd give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood. Because you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. It's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Or else forget about it. Oh, let's don't forget about it. Give me your heart, make it real. Let's don't forget about it. Let's don't forget about it. Let's don't forget about it. Let's don't forget about it.
Rob Thomas and Santana. I like Santana. That'd be a cool
Love
concert.
Santana.
Yeah, that'd be a cool concert. So Rob Thomas got a hold of that song, and he absolutely loved the song. He thought it sounded like Santana when he got a hold of it. It was called Room 17, but he hated the lyrics. So he took away all the lyrics. He had purchased the song at this point and rewrote the lyrics and sent it to Santana. He's like, I think this would be something that's right up your alley. And that's cool. He's like,
And that started a whole bunch of collaborations with Santana.
yeah, but
He did
so
a whole album.
well,
of it.
yeah. So Santana's like, well, you know what? Why don't you sing it? And he's join me and sing it. And he's like, oh, me? He's like, and he suggested. He goes, you know who would be better for this song? He said George Michael. And Santana goes, no, I want you. I think that would work out pretty well. And sure did. And yeah, you're right.
He did one with Vanessa Carlton.
Yep, it was a
couple of them.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
We get a whole album of collaborations.
Yep, it was not a bad idea.
No, it brought Santana to a whole new generation.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a catchy tune. Now the wife and I have a my wife likes to go to sleep with the TV on. Are you a TV on while you're sleeping person?
No.
Yeah, I like
the
it.
most I can have on maybe a fan to give me some white noise.
Yeah, I like white noise. I like a noisemaker, drowned everything out. I don't like any lights on or anything. So sometimes the wife says, well, I need the TV to go to sleep. So she'll be downstairs watching TV, and inevitably she'll fall asleep on the couch with this teddy bear named Bananas watching TV. And then I get up and I find her downstairs. And a lot of times she will have the Hallmark channel on. She likes those movies.
My girlfriend, too.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll come down and I can't find the remote. Inevitably, she'll be sleeping on the remote. And so I came down, and this sitcom was on, Reba. Are you familiar with this sitcom?
Yeah, a couple seasons.
Yeah, so I come down, I'm like, oh, and I can't change the channel because I don't know where the remote is. I'm stuck watching the show. And you know what? I enjoyed it. I saw a couple episodes, and when I can, I see a couple more. I found the show very entertaining.
Yeah, it was a decent sitcom.
Yeah.
I think it ran for a couple years, in the late 90s?
I forgot the exact year. It was on one of those pseudo networks. So that's why I never heard of it. But I think it ran for like 7 years or so. But it was pretty interesting to me. I enjoyed it. And I said, I should play a Reba McEntire song. This song was a remake of a Bobby Gentry song. And Bobby Gentry wrote it. And it was kind of almost biographical for her because Bobby Gentry grew up in poverty. And she ended up marrying Bill Hara of the Hara Casino Empire.
There you go.
Yeah, so she wrote a couple songs. And, of course, she was doing shows in Vegas with that connection. But then she kind of got really, really tired of the superstardom thing and just kind of walked away. And nobody really knows where she is. She's still alive. Nobody really knows where she is. There's conflicting information about where she's living.
Wikipedia couldn't settle on it?
People say, oh, no, yeah, she lives here or she lives there. And nobody really knows where she lives. So maybe she's listening, which would be kind of cool. So here's our Reba McEntire's remake of Bobby Gentry's Fancy, 89.5 WSKB.
I just can't believe it. I mean, Fancy Ray Baker riding in my cab. It's some kind of weather we're having, ain't it, Fancy? Oh, well, that's no problem. I won't even keep the meter running.
Okay, thanks.
I remember it all very well. Looking back, it was the summer I turned 18. We lived in a one-room run-down shack on the outskirts of New Orleans. We didn't have money for food or rent, to say the least. We were hard-pressed. Then Mama spent every last penny we had to buy me a dancing dress. Well, Mama washed and combed and curled my hair, and she painted my eyes and lips. Then I stepped into a satin dancing dress that had a split from the side, clean up to my hip. It was red velvet trimming and it fit me good. And standing back from the looking glass, there stood a woman where a half-grown kid had stood. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Mama died a little bit of perfume on my neck, then she kissed my cheek. And then I saw the tears welling up in her troubled eyes as she started to speak. She looked at a pitiful shack and then she looked at me and took a ragged breath. She said, your paws runned off and I'm real sick and the baby's gonna starve to death. She handed me a heart-shaped locket that said, to thine own self be true. And I shivered as I watched a roach crawl across the toe of my high-heel shoe. It sounded like somebody else who was talking, asking, Mama, what do I do? She said, just be nice to the gentleman, Fancy, they'll be nice to you. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. welfare people came and took the baby mama died, and I ain't been back. But the wheels of fate had started to turn, and for me there was no way out. Wasn't very long till I knew exactly what my mama been talking about. I knew what I had to do, and I made myself this solemn vow. I was gonna be a lady someday, though I didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with my head hung down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but Fancy was my name. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Wasn't long after a benevolent man took me in off the streets. 1 week later, I was pouring his tea in a 5-room hotel suite. Yes, you were. I charmed a king, a congressman, and an occasional aristocrat. And then I got me a Georgia mansion in an elegant New York townhouse flat. And I ain't been mad. Now in this world, there's a lot of self-righteous hypocrites that call me bad and criticize mama for turning me out, no matter how little we had. But though I ain't had to worry about nothing from now on 15 years, well, I can still hear the desperation in my poor mama's voice ringing in my ears. Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Oh, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you won't have when it's up to you, now don't let me down, hon. Your mama's gonna move you uptown.
Okay, Mama. I understand.
Oh, and I guess she did.
Bye, Mama.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Join us the third Wednesday of every month with Selectman Joe Didi and his take on everything Southwick.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Just the music on the radio. No one's coming, no one's gone. The telephone. Just me and you and the lights down low. And we're slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Just you, girl. And we just flow together when the lights are low. Shadows dancing all across the wall. Music's playing so soft and slow. Past the world so far away and small when we're slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Hold me. Oh, hold me. No, never let me go. As we dance together in the dark, so much love in this heart of mine. You whisper to me, hold me tight. You're the one I thought I'd never find. Now we're slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Whole wide
I like that song.
Yeah, I do too.
John Ramostella, otherwise known as Johnny Rivers. Now, that song was a remake, and all the other incarnations of it, the name of the song was Slow Dancing. And when he got a hold of it, he made it a pretty big hit of it, but he decided, because at the time, there was a song called Slow Dancing, Don't Turn Me On. And so he's like, you know what, let's change the title right now to Swaying to the Music - Slow Dancing. So officially, the Johnny Rivers version of the song is called Swaying to the Music. Good. Hey, how about that? You like a mellow song?
Oh yeah, I like mellow songs.
Play it again. No, we don't have time.
Okay.
We don't have time. We got if I was here by myself,
If you insist,
I would play. That's a song that if I'm by myself, I would play more than once in a row.
Yeah,
There's
see,
a couple
I can't,
songs.
I can't do that.
You can't do that?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
There's no song that you could do that. Over, just play like 5 times.
Unless
in a
I'm
row.
like editing with it or something, I have to hear it.
Oh
over
my
and over
God,
again.
isn't that hell? Of course, editing now is not as. I mean, it's still very difficult and still a pain in the neck. But back when I was in college, editing, the rule was every minute of footage was like an hour in the edit room.
Oh, it still can because you have more options now than you did before.
And Abacab by Genesis. I loved that song, or so I thought, until I had to hear it for like 7 hours straight.
I know every beat of Walk of Life that there is.
Memories.
And Maniac by Michael. No, not Maniac.
Michael Sambello.
No, the one by Stallone's brother, Frank Stallone. What's his big hit?
I got nothing right now.
Far From Over.
Okay.
I know every single beat and lick of that song because that was the open for Race Week, which I worked on for a couple of years, and I know every edit point in that song.
Now, I'm not a big fan of remakes, even though we've technically kind of played a couple here, but, I wasn't really aware of too many of the other ones. But here's something. Here's a song that I have never heard. I'm sure that one exists. There's 2 songs that I've heard at least 4 remakes of, and I've never heard a bad version of. Unchained Melody.
Yep.
I've never heard a bad version of that. Everyone seems to have done a good job of that. And this one by T-Rex. Get It On, Bang a Gong. I've never heard a bad version of it. So the guy in T-Rex, he wanted to do a cover of a Chuck Berry's a song, Little Queenie, but his record labels said, no, that's going to cost money. How much could that really cost? The rights to Little Queenie.
I don't know.
It couldn't have cost that much. So he's like, you know what? The heck with you. I'm going to write a song in that style. And he kind of even borrowed the lyric, Get It On, from the end of that song, and apparently he got away with it.
You know, I like a different T-Rex song better than this.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
Not off the top of my head.
I'll play you the opening lick.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All right.
I like that song better,
Well, good.
honestly.
All right. Well, we're playing.
I
Since
know.
I've already talked about this one.
I understand that. I'm just saying that was one of the best guitar opens ever.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Here's Bang and Gong. Here's T-Rex, 89.5 WSKB.
This one's okay, too.
You got the teeth of the hide upon you.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can go where we want to, a place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. And we can dance. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. Say, we can go where we want to, place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. And we can dance. We can go when we want to. Night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hearts to our feet and surprise them with a victory cry. Say, we can act if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. And say, we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Safe to dance, oh, it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance. We can dance if we want to. We've got all your life in mind. As long as we abuse it, never gonna lose it. Everything will work out right. I say we can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Oh, it's safe to dance, yes, it's safe to dance.
So what is a safety dance? Any idea?
I have no idea.
They wrote the song in protest and started making fun of bouncers at the clubs who were like stopping people from slam dancing because it was dangerous. And so they were kind of making fun of the bouncers there. Oh, we need to have a safety dance then. And the band name, it's an unusual name, Men Without Hats. They got the name from, do you know where they got the name from?
A club that has men without hats?
Nope. They were basically from Montreal, and they have cold winters up there.
Yep.
And they believed that hats messed up their hair. And they were big believers of it's better to look good than to feel good.
Okay.
And so they refused.
How silly of them.
They refused during the cold winters to wear hats. And people say, what's the matter? And they go, we're men without hats. And
how silly of them.
And that's when they said, when they were coming up with names for their bands, like, we should be Men Without Hats. And they're like, yes, that's going to be our name.
It was very unique.
It was unique. And, of course, in The Simpsons, I always like what they said, what the band is called now.
What?
Men
Without Hair?
Men Without Jobs.
Gotcha.
Kind of that was it for them. This song, however, lives on and on. It hit the top 5 in 3 different decades. Do you know that?
I believe that.
That's pretty something. It was co-written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King, and it was the second song in American history to go to number 1 twice. And the first song that did it,
first time,
also written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King. How about that?
Really?
So they have staying power. It was "Go Away, Little Girl." That was the other one that they had written that went to number 1 twice.
Okay.
So yeah, it was in the Little Eva had it in the 60s. Grand Funk Railroad took it to number 1 in the 70s, and Kylie Minogue had a top 5 hit of it.
Yeah.
In '88.
Yep.
So it had staying power. Yeah, though we haven't heard from it since. So
it was a catchy
kind of,
tune.
It broke the string. Here's the original Little Eva, the Locomotion, and .5 WSKB.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little baby sister can do it with me. It's easier than learning your ABC. So come on, do the locomotion with me. You gotta swing your hips now. Come on, baby, jump up, jump back. Well, I think you got the knack. Whoa, now that you can do it, let's make a change now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. A chugga motion like a railroad train now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it nice and easy now, don't lose control. A little bit of rhythm and a lot of soul. Come on, do the locomotion with me. Yeah. Move around the floor in a locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it holding hands if you get the notion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. There's never been a dance that's so easy to do. It even makes you happy when you're feeling blue. So come on, do the locomotion with me. Come on, you gotta swing your hips now. Come on, that's right. You're doing fine. Come on, do the locomotion. Come on, baby. Jump up. Come on, jump back. You're looking good. Come on, do the locomotion. Jump up. Come on, jump back.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Hi, this is Harry Rock, host of Rock on Westfield every fourth Wednesday at 8 a.m. Tune in for my view of this place I call home.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for
Art Garfunkel with a wonderful rendition of the Flamingos. I Only Have Eyes for You. You know who also had a nice rendition of that? Carly Simon did a nice version of that too.
A lot of people had a nice rendition of that.
It's a beautiful song. I don't care much. I like the Flamingos version, but that little bubble up that they're doing is kind of distracting to the overall beauty of the song. I think Art Garfunkel really, really captured it. The music was written by Harry Warren. Now, you may not know the name, but the guy has written 800 songs, including a lot of famous songs, from the old times. You Must Have Been a Beautiful Baby, Jeepers Creepers, the Gold Digger song, We're in the Money. That's Amore, he wrote. There'll Never Be Another You, The More I See You, Chattanooga Choo Choo. This guy had quite a big career. You should know the name, Harry Warren. He also did lots of songs for movie soundtracks, too.
Okay.
So that's our little tribute to Harry Warren today.
You're doing a tribute to Harry Warren?
No, because I listed a bunch of songs that we've never generally played, but
okay.
He wrote the music for that. I don't know off the top of my head who wrote the words. It wasn't Harry Morgan though.
Okay.
So now this next song is responsible for 2 speeding tickets for me.
Really?
Yes, I have gotten a couple speeding tickets in my life, and 2 of them occurred when this song played. There's just something about the song that makes me want to drive really, really fast. So it's probably a good. Thank God it doesn't. You don't hear it too much anymore. It was a hit in the '90s, so you don't hear it too much anymore.
I'm gonna call and request it every time I know you're going to work.
Yeah, on the that's a dangerous combination with the 8-cylinder that I
exactly.
have. Yeah.
That's my point.
So Ted Nugent, as vocalist, Brian Howard filled in for the band Bad Company, and he was introduced to them by a Foreigners guitarist, Mick Jones. He said, "Hey, Brian Howe, maybe this guy should work." And Bad Company, I don't think, gets enough credit for having success with 2 different vocalists.
Yeah.
A lot of people always point to Van Halen, and there's a million examples where it didn't work, but I think people forget to put Bad Company on there because the Brian Howe Bad Company was pretty good.
Yeah.
We lost Brian Howe, I don't know if you remember, about a year ago at this time, we played a couple songs that he sang because he died of cardiac arrest. He was on his way to the hospital after having a heart attack. He had a heart attack in 2017, and he survived that. And on the way to the hospital about last year, he was only 66, so he didn't quite make it. But here is that song that got me 2 speeding tickets. Here's Bad Company and Holy Water, 89.5 WSKB.
Nothing seems to
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
One of the albums that I can listen to every track from, the album Genesis. I think it was their sixth album. They named their sixth album after themselves. That's the one with That's All and Illegal Alien and Mama. Taking It All Too Hard. I've always liked that song. You don't hear that song on the radio very much, but it's a very, very beautiful song. Now, one of the names that the band considered calling themselves was Gabriel's Angels, because, of course, Peter Gabriel was the band. That song, Peter Gabriel, had been gone at that point.
Yeah, sure.
So their first album, the record company...
That's another band that survived with multiple lead singers.
Yes. And you can argue that they had more success with Phil Collins.
True. They had some success with Peter Gabriel.
Yes, they did. But their pop hits,
yeah,
they kind of went a more popish route than that, progressive art stuff that Peter Gabriel was into. And of course, Peter Gabriel, you can argue he did better without Genesis too. It was a breakup that worked very well for everyone involved.
Monster solo career in the 80s, yeah.
And there's still talk always of doing a complete Genesis reunion. There's always been talk of that, and whether that happens now,
I thought Phil Collins' voice blew out.
That maybe that's why they want Peter Gabriel to come back too.
Phil could still play drums.
Because what's Gabriel doing now? Gabriel's not doing much of anything either.
They're all retirement age.
Their first album was called From Genesis to Revelation, and it sold about 650 copies. Because when record companies got this thing, From Genesis to Revelation, they thought it was a gospel album. They would stick it in the gospel section, and nobody was looking for it there. So it sold about 650 copies. And I didn't buy one of them. I'm sure it did well, like on re-release after the band became popular and everything. We talked a lot about songwriters today. This is Bordelot and Felix Bryant wrote this song, and nobody would do it. They gave it to 30 different people, and the Everly Brothers, who hadn't had a hit yet, they said, "Well, this is kind of good." And they're like, "Well, we don't know who you are, but hey, you're the only ones who have any interest in it. Go for it." And it became a hit. So the team worked out pretty well with the Everly Brothers, so they wrote a couple more songs for them. All I Have to Do Is Dream and Wake Up Little Susie. And the Bryants were really the first songwriters who moved to Memphis and were able to make Nashville. They went to Nashville and make a name for themselves, make a living songwriters. So here's the Everly Brothers' first hit. And I guess you can say it's the Bryants' first hit, too. Bye-bye Love, 89.5 WSKB.
Bye-bye, my love, goodbye. There goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy, I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance, that might have been. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. I'm through with romance, I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And there's a reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. Bye-bye my love.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
for so long. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. You're out of touch. I'm out of time, out of touch, out of time, out of touch, out of time, girl. Reach out for something to hold. I'm out of my head when you're not around. Too cold, girl. Too cold, girl. Too cold, girl. Yeah, open eyes. You're out of touch. Out of touch, out of time, out of touch, out of time, out of touch.
Hey, you know what game we haven't played in a while?
What's that?
A game that you're very bad at. Remember? Peter, did that song go number one or not? You're horrible at this game. Even if you guessed,
Yes.
you were. That's your guess. That the
Yes,
song
it
went-
did.
It sure did. In fact, it was.
That one I know.
That was their last number one hit. You can look this up if you don't believe me. Hall Notes had 528 number one hits, and that was their last one.
They had 500. I don't.
They
believe
had
500.
528 number one hits.
I don't believe
it
that.
set the record. You can trust me on that. They actually own the record for most number one hits in the 80s, and that was their last one. From Big Bang Boom, that was a little intro in the beginning of it. Dance on Your Knees, which is the official intro into Out of Touch. It was a great song, and you know what? I remember as a kid, I was I was in high school. I was very, very good in high school predicting the success of a song when it came out. And as soon as I heard that, I said, "Yeah, that's number one." And I was right. I was wrong on some. Some I was badly wrong on.
You were wrong?
I was yeah. You Take Me Up by the Thompson Twins. I said that would be a big hit. It was not. Walking on a Thin Line by Huey Lewis and the News.
That's a good song.
I said that was going to be a giant hit. It was not.
But wasn't that kind of like one of the last releases from an album or something?
It almost set the record. They had 4 top 10 hits, and that was the 5th release. And I said, well, they're going to break the record. This is going to be the 5th one. Ironically, Huey Lewis and the News did break it, but it was a later album. But that song should have been a top 10. Why Can't I Have You by the Cars. So there's a couple misses I had. But for the most part, I was pretty good at what would be hits.
Okay.
And I said, that one's going to be a hit. So now this guy, next song, the guitarist Peter Buck, he came across like a secondhand store. And he's like, oh, this is kind of cool. It's a mandolin. I don't know how to play it, but I can play guitar. I'm sure I can learn how to play the mandolin. So he's like, well, if I want to properly learn, I should record myself, see where I make my mistakes. So he was just basically trying to practice the mandolin to learn how to
Sounds a lot like the Pete Thompson story
play it.
we had a couple months ago.
Yeah. I mean, well, Pete Thompson, of course, as I said, doesn't throw anything away. He's got, God, miles. Hey, did you hear that Prince has come? The Prince Estate is releasing a new album in July.
Oh, big surprise.
I know, and that's why I feel mixed emotions about this. There's a reason why Prince didn't.
But you said that would probably happen.
Yeah, and here it comes. And I will listen to it. I mean, how can you not? But Prince didn't really want to release it. So.
He was very tough on himself, though. There's probably several hits in there.
I'm sure he's got so much stuff. But I am curious. I mean, how can you not be curious? But anyway, so Peter Buck was playing it back, and he's like, there's a song in here. I don't know too many hits that have a mandolin in it, but you know what? I think this could kind of work. So he showed it to his bandmates in REM, and they're like, yeah, there's something there. And they put together this song, Losing My Religion, 89.5 WSKB.
Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me. The links that I will go to consider this slip. It brought me to my knees, pale. What if all these fantasies come flailing around? Now I've said too much. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. That was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. But that was just a dream. Try, cry, why try? That was just a dream, just a dream, just a dream, dream.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at rockies.com.
Join me, Tina Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get that together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realized it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now and watch a hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi cause it's never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Bert Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits, you try to hold me but I bust through. Can I make a break and take a fake out like a sink and can shake out like vanilla? It's the finest of the flavors. Gotta see the show cause then you'll know the vertigo is gonna go cause it's so dangerous. You'll have to sign a waiver. Can't I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Threw your arms in the air and said you're crazy. 5 days since you tackled me. I still got the red burns on both my knees. It's been 3 days since the afternoon. You realize it's not my fault, but a moment too soon. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, and now I'll sit back and wait till you say you're sorry.
the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on, with all our maisons. I hope the smoking man's in this one like Harrison Ford. I'm getting frantic, like Sting and Fan Trick, like Snickers guaranteed to satisfy. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. Okay, I don't make films, but if I did, they'd have a samurai. Gonna get a set of better clubs, gonna find the kind with tiny numbers, so my irons are always flying off the backswing. Gonna get into my Sailor Moon, cause that cartoonist got the boom anime babes that make me think the wrong thing. How can I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile, though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of losing my shirt. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Dropped your hands to the sides and said I'm sorry. 5 days since I laughed at you and said you just did just what I thought you were gonna do. 3 days since the living room. We realized we're both to blame, but what did we do? Yesterday, you just smiled at me, cause it'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. It'll still be 2 days till we say we're sorry. Watch my stadium home of the Robbie.
The Bare Naked Ladies. Now, when they were setting the song up, they knew exactly what they wanted. They wanted basically a song and then sort of like, like this rapish type stuff. And every time they tried to come up, write the rap and stuff, it just, nothing was happening. And it was very frustrating. And somebody in the band said, but you know what? Man, you just, during live concerts, you ad-lib all the time and you come up with some amazing stuff. You're overthinking. Just pretend pretend you're in front of an audience and just ad-lib stuff. So we set up a video camera, and basically in one day he came up with this stuff and he sent it to the band, and they're like, that's perfect. Of course, he was doing it slower, and they said, do it, it's perfect. Don't change a word. And it absolutely works. The song's called 1 Week, and ironically, it went to #1 for 1 week. And the band said, had we known that, we would have named the song 3 years.
Yeah.
And, been billionaires. Doesn't quite work that way. So now, what band do I love?
You have a love affair with the Stylistics.
Yeah, I love the Stylistics. How can you not love the Stylistics? Now, this came from their 4th album, and they were very reluctant not only to record it, they were afraid to release it because they were superstitious, because all of their songs that they recorded were in their beloved city of Philadelphia. And this one, for whatever reason, was recorded in New York. So they didn't think it'd be a hit, which was silly because it was a fantastic song. And actually, they got a lot of money from it from TV commercials. Woolite, had a big commercial with them. You Make Me Feel Brand New, Woolite. In fact, internationally, products, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, everyone used it. So they made a lot of money off this song. So curse be damned. Here's the Stylistics, and You Make Me Feel Brand New.
My love, I'll never find the words, my love, to tell you how I feel, my love. Mere words could not explain. Precious love, you held my life within your hands, created everything I am, taught me how to live again.
Only you care when I needed a friend. Believed in me through thick and thin. This song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. God bless you. You make me
to me. Precious friend, with you I always have a friend. You're someone who I can depend to walk a path that sometimes bends.
Without you, life has no meaning or rhyme, like notes to a song out of time. How can I repay you for having faith in me? God bless you. You made me feel brand new. For God bless me with you. You made me feel brand new. I sing this song for you.
Underwriting is brought to you by Boise Cascade Distribution, providing products and services needed for building material dealers, home improvement centers, and industrial customers. They offer everything from engineered wood and plywood to Drex decking and railing, James Hardy siding, and Advantech subfloor. Located at 33 Fowler Street Extension in Westfield and on the web at bc.com, they are committed to providing quality products, great service, convenience, and value.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
Listen to me, Michael Buster McMahon, Mondays 8 to 10 a.m. to learn the stories behind your favorite songs. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
When I met you, I picked you
That's the Human League. Now, Phil Oakley he wrote the song. It was just supposed to be just the male part, but then he saw one of the versions of Star is Born. That movie's come up twice today. And he envisioned...
I'm sensing a theme here.
He's envisioned, one of the female vocalists, like, kind of arguing back with him. And there was two backing female vocalists at the time, and he basically flipped the coin and let one of them do the female vocals. And it's a pretty big hit. Worked out pretty well. As I say, inspiration is all around. Just pay attention.
Yeah, kind of like that Gautier song.
Yes.
That's why that song works, too.
Yep. Now, so this is kind of funny. They kept trying to record this song, and the vocals, the band kept draining out the vocalist. And Sammy Davis Jr. had scheduled the studio next. And, Sammy Davis Jr. was cool about it, but they're like, well, we can't keep Sammy Davis Jr. forever. So they said they told Bill Haley, just sing your part, and then we'll, since we can't get the mix right, you just sing your part, and then we'll mix it later. And that's what they did. You can't keep Sammy Davis Jr. waiting forever.
And it worked, so who cares?
Here's Bill Haley in the comments and Rock Around the Clock, 89.5 WSKB.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4. Chimes ring 5, 6, and 7. We'll be right in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Oh, when it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong, and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Strikes 12, we'll cool off and start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Easy now.
The Phils. So Phil Bailey hired.
I like this video, by the way.
Yeah, he hired Phil Collins to produce the album, and in the process, he's like, we should like write a song together. So they stayed up one night, wrote it, and they said, "Crap, well, we're tired, but we better record this before we forget the spirit behind it." So they recorded their version of it, and then eventually went to bed. Those crazy rock and rollers. We gotta get out of here.
Yes, we do.
We got a repeat show. It'll be good. I don't know what it is, but it'll be good, right?
Yeah, always is.
Yeah,
Maybe
cool.
it's this one.
Maybe
This is a good show.
Yeah, but people don't want to hear it 2 weeks in a row.
All right. Well, maybe I'll do last week's show.
Maybe. Well, I trust you. Anyway, we got to get out of here. I am Michael Buster McMahon. Drink your milk, look both ways before crossing the street, and never, ever give up your dreams. That's my pal and producer in there, Peter Cole. Say goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye, Peter.
Go Bruins. We always like to end with something kind of fun, and this song actually, was one of the first novelty songs. In fact, the Beatles loved to do it in warming up for concerts, and actually you can see some video footage of them in some bootleg recordings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool. Here is Larry Williams and Short Fat Fanny, 89.5 WSKB.
Tired of slipping and a sliding with a long tall salad, peeking and a hiding, ducking back in the alley. Don't wanna rip it up, don't wanna dance with Annie. I got a brand new lover, her name is Short Fat Fanny. One day when I was visiting at Heartbreak Hotel, that's where I met Fanny, and she sure looks swell. I told her that I loved her, I never leave. She put her arm around me, gave me fever. She's my tutti frutti, I love the child so. She wants me like a hound dog everywhere I go. Whenever I'm around, I'm on my P's and Q's. Cause she might step on my blue suede shoes. Well, at a honky-tonk party just the other night, Fanny got jealous and she started a fight. Because I was dancing with Mary Lou, I had to call Jim Dandy to the rescue. Short Fat Fanny, she's my heart's desire. Short Fat Fanny sets my soul on fire. On Blue Monday we were married on Blueberry Hill. Now we so happy and I love her still. She's my big fat tutti frutti and I love the child so. She watches me like a hound dog everywhere I go. Whenever I'm around, I'm on my P's and Q's. But she might step on my blue suede shoes. Well, at a honky-tonk party just the other night, Fanny got jealous and she started a fight. Because I was dancing with Mary Lou, I had to call Jim Dandy to the rescue. Short Fat Fanny is my heart's desire. Got the kind of loving sets my soul on fire. Short Fat Fanny, well I love her so. I'll never let Short Fat Fanny go.